This is a set of 4 light blue Dallas ware lunch trays. I got these at a garage sale a couple of years ago. A whole stack of them for just a couple dollars. And I sold a few lots of them right away, and now they've just sat for a couple of years. And finally another lot has sold for $25 for these 4. I got these 2 t-shirts from a garage sale last summer for 25 cents a piece. North Face and Patagonia. So I decided to lot them together, thinking somebody might be a fan of both. They're the same size, I believe they're large, and they both sold for $34. Another part from the Motorola console I parted out last week. This is the interior lamp. Illuminates the record changer portion of the console so you can see what you're doing in the dark. And this sold for $20. These are a couple of keyboard keys off the Hammond M3 organ I dismantled last year. I sell these about 1 a month, I guess. And got a lot of keys to go through. These are both D keys. And I have them priced separately, but this guy ordered 2 of the D keys for $3 a piece. Another box lot auction find. I wasn't buying these in particular, but I thought I'd put them up for sale. They're porcelain dessert bowls, dipping bowls, pastel colors, and I guess they were tagged genuine porcelain, made in Japan. And this set of 5 took about a year to sell, but they sold for $27. This is a pair of HO gauge box cars, the Minneapolis Northfield nomenclature on there. 1 in green, 1 in Tuscan red, and this pair sold for $36. This is an original Craftmaster paint by numbers, still brand new in the cellophane. Gives you a look at what was available. And this sold for $45. It took a couple of years to sell, probably because I had it priced so high, but $45. I probably paid 50 cents for this at a garage sale. Some more HO scale train cars sold. These are 2 40-foot box cars and 1 50-foot box car. And the lot of 3 sold for $45. Another owner's manual. This is a Sylvania DVD player and video cassette recorder. Pretty common stuff. I just kind of threw it up there hoping for the best. It only took about a week or so, and it sold for $14. This is a poster of 60s muscle cars. This was put out, I believe, for a muscle car show back in the 70s, 80s perhaps, by the Minnesota Street Machine Association. Some of the advertisers. And this poster sold for $45. This piece of interior trim is commonly called a kick panel. This one would be for the right side of the car, down by the passenger's feet. And this is from a Mustang II, and it's a blue interior color. And this one little piece sold for $27. This is a hood prop rod for a 1970s Mustang. Just was wondering, if you went through a auto parts junkyard and collected, say, 100 of these at a couple dollars a piece, you could get $20 for each of them. That's what this one went for. Just a steel hood prop rod. This vintage trucker hat with the Ford in a script font there. I found in a box lot at the auction, so it really didn't cost me anything. The Made in USA. It's in pretty good shape yet. It does have a little crease on the bill. It's not really cracked, but there's a crease right there. But this still sold for $100. I priced it that high after looking up some similars, but there wasn't this exact one. And it took about a week to sell. This is a Vintage Techniques brand amplifier. It's not a tuner, just an amplifier. It's a model SU-V8X, which is the probably one of the last of the very good systems put out by Techniques in the early 80s. It's quite heavy and does have a bit of a following. This one sold for $200. I found it at a thrift store, St. Vincent thrift store, for $10. These are Merrill hiking boots. I never hesitate to buy these at a garage sale if they're in usable condition, which these certainly are, although they do show a little bit of wear. And these sold for $40. This is the second of two Pioneer speaker manuals that I acquired at an auction. I was bidding on an amplifier that had a stack of these old manuals for different pieces of stereo equipment along with it. And I paid $40, and this is the second of these manuals to sell for $20 each, so money was made back there. And the amplifier already sold for over $200, so that was a good buy. And lucky that it had that stack of manuals on top of it. This is another wheel center. This one is still brand new in the box, and this one is for a Pinto. And this sold for $90. Another piece from my game parts pipeline. This one from the original 1963 Mousetrap game. This is the diving board. This is more like a teeter-totter. But and this sold for $5. Got plenty more parts to go. Paid $4 for this. It was incomplete. So I've just been selling the parts off this and some other games. They don't go for a lot, but when it's all said and done, you get quite a bit. These are transparencies for your copier to make items for presentation on a overhead projector. And I bought a big lot of these at a garage sale last summer. And right away when I put them up, a school out in New York contacted me and bought about 7 or 8 of them at a discounted price. And then they've just sat until yesterday. Somebody bought the remaining 3, actually a business out in Rapid City, South Dakota. And they paid $30 a piece for these.